Hey y'all,
Hey y'all.
What's up? This is El Presidente.
this is
You're
your boy, gospel icon, my Harold Peoples Jr.
It's Lady, also known as Leah, and you're now watching.
And you're listening to Speaking Plain
in
English.
the Speaking Plain English with your host Roberta.
Your beautiful hostess, Roberta Johnson.
With my homegirl, Roberta, on Praise.fm.
On Praise FM.
On Praise FM.
Hello. Happy New Year, everyone. Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Welcome to a brand new season of Speaking Plain English. I am your host, Roberta, and I just want to tell you guys how excited I am to be able to be with you guys once again. It's been a minute. It's definitely been a minute. And first and foremost, I want to say welcome back. Oh wait, right. We have to do all the preliminaries. You know, do your sharing and do your liking and your subscribing. And what is it? Like, share, subscribe. And I think I'm forgetting something. Comments as well. So we are here live once again. And like I said, I do want you guys to do your, all those good stuff. Okay. So first and foremost, I want y'all to bear with me a little bit because we've got some new stuff going on and I'm still trying to figure it out and work it out. I was supposed to be live on Instagram as well. Am I? I don't think so. I tried something and it's giving me a little bit of issues and I thought I was going to be able to work it out. But first, I do want to thank StreamYard for listening to the viewers and listening to those who are using this platform, their platform. I want to thank them for making Instagram an option. I understand that, it's, they have some tweaking to do. So we're going to be patient. We're going to be a little bit patient because before they weren't able to come on at all. So if you're not seeing this on Instagram, my apologies. I'll see if I can post it later. So want to say welcome back to my my Facebook and Praise FM and YouTube viewers, my family, my friends, everybody who is, who has been here and has been on this journey with me this far. I just want to thank you guys for for your consistent supporting and your consistent your commenting with me and talking back to me and just all that you do. So if you're here, say hello, please, because I want to see you and I want to shout you out and I want to say hello. Today, pretty much what we're going to do is just a kind of like a recap of what it was that we've done so far. I want to, again, welcome back those who have been here. Hey, Mama. I want to welcome back those who have been here and welcome those who are, coming for her, who are viewing for the first time. If you didn't already, my name is Roberta Johnson, and I am your host for Speaking Plain English. What this show pretty much is meant to do is to highlight Black authors, Black artists, independent artists, and Black business owners. In addition to that, we're going to take on some topics, tackle on some things that not a lot of people really like to discuss and not just talk about it, but we're looking to, find solutions and find different ways to cope and to combat the things that we want to change. So often I'll have guests here. Sometimes I will, sometimes I will not. In addition to that, what we're going to do is we're going to have some fun as well. Um, I wanted to kind of kick off everything with a little bit of a question. I want you guys to tell me like what had, like I said, we haven't been live since August of last year. So is it August? Yeah, since August of last year. So let me know, like, what have you guys been doing? How have you guys been? How has everybody been? How has the second half of 2023 been for everybody? Tell me what you've learned so far. What is something that, and another thing that I wanted to ask you guys is, what is something that you want to leave in 2023? That's I noticed that every year there's a thing that usually goes around where they say, let's leave this, that, and the third in 2023, or the year prior, let's leave this, let's leave that. What do you feel like you want to leave in 2023? What should stay there? So while you guys bring your comments with that, me personally, one of my things that I want to leave in 2020, I would like for everybody to leave in 2023, but me in particular, is caring too much about other people's business. And what I mean by that is like, especially like celebrity business, and I mean, even those who are around you, like we have too much, I'm sure we have too much going on in our own world, in our own lives, to be so concerned about people who really don't even think about you like that. You know what I mean? And what I mean by that is like, for example, all of these things that have been like this, like the celebrity hot topics, and this said that about this one, and this dating this one, and this, you know what I'm saying? Who cares? They don't. They don't care. They don't, at least I'll put it like this, they don't care about your opinion, and they don't care about my opinion about it. The people are going to do what they want to do. You know what I mean? Who is saying this about the other? Who's beefing with this one? Who cares? Who cares? Can we please leave talking about other people's business in 2023? I would love that. And being so concerned and caught up in other people's business. It's just it's just, so for me, that's just something that I would like to leave in 2023. That's one. Two, this may be a hard one because of just the way that the industry is, but can we leave like trash music in 2023? I would love that. I would really love that. Music that makes no sense. It has no substance to it. Music that is created by artists that really don't have that much talent. They just know somebody, or they're good for aesthetic, or they have, you know what I mean? Like, can we please leave leave please, let's leave trash music with no substance in 2023. Hey, Colleen. How am I putting popping peach pie fuzz? So, what we're doing right now is we're kind of like, jumping back into the swing of things. So, Colleen, while you're here, Mom, while you're here, and everybody else who's here, again, please say hello. Say hello, because I know, so that I know that you're here. Tell me, what is it that you feel like we should leave in 2023? So, my first thing was caring too much about other people's business, and also, trash music with no substance. Yes, please bring back vocals that are understandable. Listen, let me explain something. Vocals that are understandable. I'm gonna say something about that. It's not that it's not there. And that's something that's why, part of the reason why Speaking Plain English is here. That is one of the reasons why Speaking Plain English is here. I want you guys to be able to hear about artists and authors and business owners that not a lot, like, they're considered underground. You know what I mean? I would love to be able to have like people who actually put forth the effort and the work, and they what's the word, they practice consistently, they are consistent and diligent with stewarding their gifts. Like, we need we need we need to be able to have more of those types of people in the forefront. I cannot believe how many people still don't know the gifts and the talents of Layla Hathaway, Robert Glasper, um, Peter Collins. Like, there are so many artists that are out here. And honestly, as far as the gospel world is concerned, there's a lot. Milton Van, I'm sorry. I don't know why in the world that man's not mainstream yet. Honestly and truthfully. And hopefully, that might be somebody that I might be interested in getting on the show one day. But like, there are so many artists and of all genres, you know what I mean? There's so many artists of all genres and authors and business owners that are they just need to be pushed a little bit more because they're doing the work. You know what I mean? They're doing the work. Their customer service is excellent. Their skills and their talent and like I said, their diligence and everything is excellent. I can't move back too far. Sorry. But those people need to be seen. Those people need to be seen, heard, and pushed to the forefront because all of the other garbage is being pushed forward, and I don't like that. You know what I mean? I have to give a shout out to people like Terrell Grice. For those of you who don't know, he's a YouTube influence. I'm gonna stop this. I want to leave the word in 2023. Help me to leave the word in 2023. That's what I want to do. But I'm working on it, y'all. I promise you, I'm working on it. So Terrell Grice is someone that I have looked up to on YouTube for quite some time. I've kind of watched him grow. Oh my Lord, yes. All right, so let me bring up some of these. I'm going to put a pin in that. But Carlene says that the word amazing can be left in 2023. Amazing is tired now and wants to be great in authentic settings. Amazing is only relevant when things are actually amazing. And we're going to talk about some amazing things that have actually happened. So Milton Van is a problem. And Anna George. So for those who may not know, she and those who may have seen Michael Jackson the musical, I still have not gotten to see that show yet. I still have not gotten to see it. I wonder if it's still playing, and I really, really want to see it. She has been a problem for ever. Milton too. Like, honestly and truly, these people have been, like, they're known in their own world, in the underground world, in their own, in their own right, in different places, like, I guess, New York based, but I want them to be world renowned, and then some others as well, because they're just crazy. But back to what I was saying, in regards to Terrell Grice, I'm proud of him. I'm so very, very proud of him. And I watched what he's been doing, how he is, how he has taken just the love of music, the love for music, and wanting to pretty much do what I have a passion to do, to bring people who a lot of people may not know, and kind of give them a space, artists specifically, and give them a space to be heard, and, to pretty much for the people to, for the world to get to know them. And as he grew, people started to, those who he has been on his show, has gone on to different, have gone on to higher heights, and they've been called by some, different people. That's right. I didn't know today was the day. Okay. All right. So Ayanna is on hiatus for she's Catherine in Michael Jackson the musical, but she'll be back in March. Okay, good. And I didn't know today was Milton's oh my goodness, congratulations to Milton Van, and oh my goodness, I'm so sorry, I forgot his soon to be wife's name, but I've seen the two of, I did not know that they were getting married today. Listen, congratulations to the two of you. Congratulations to the two of them. Yes, she's in Lion King on Broadway. I'm telling you. So so let me get both of them in. I would like to get both of them. So yes, I am, that's what Terrell Grice has been doing. He has been working, there goes the again. Y'all, I need y'all to count the ums for me so I can stop. He has been working with, Here you go. Finding artists that are kind of considered underground and bringing them to the forefront so people can, kind of get to know them and hear them. Because again, like I said, the world needs to know certain people. I mean, not just certain people, but the world needs to know these people. And that's something that I aspire to do as well, with not just with artists though. Listen, music is always my number one. Music is always my number one. But authors and business owners as well. I also want to give a shout out to Keith Lee. Who has been doing a food tour. He does something else. That, good morning, JoJo. He's doing something else that I love to do, because music and food, those are two of my loves as well. So if those of you who know me, they know I'll say I'll never steer you wrong when it comes to good music, good food. I'll always steer you in the right direction. I'll never guide you wrong. So, yes, Milton Van, congratulations again. And good morning to you, JoJo Fox. And let's also leave, what we're talking about right now is what is it that we want to leave in 2023. So leave wanting people to do great amount of work for a discount or for free. We are going to get back to that. We're going to get back to that. Thank you for saying that, Carlene. Thank you for saying that. We're going to get back to that. But Terrell Grice and Keith Lee have been doing something that I aspire to do as well. So to see people doing things like that, it means so much to me. And to see how, especially how they kind of started into what things are now, it puts hope in my heart that not just this platform, but any other platform I may step into will do the same. So that's what it is. We're going to talk about some new artists. We're going to talk about some authors, Black artists, independent artists, Black authors. And when I say artists, I don't mean just music. I mean art across the board. I mean graphic designers. I mean if you dance. I mean if you are a musician. I mean if you paint. What else? Anything that is considered anything in any kind of art field, I want you. So if you know anyone, if you know anyone who is a dope artist of any type, send them to me. I want to take a look at their stuff. I want to get them, let's, because that's what we are. With 2024, we are pushing people. You know what I mean? We are, I was just talking to my cousin the other day. No more gatekeeping. That's what it is. No more gatekeeping. We putting people on. That's what we're doing. We are going to make sure that we push our people. You hear me? That's going to be the goal. We're supporting each. We're all about support. We're all about pushing people. We're all about it. Okay? All right. So another thing, leave wanting graphic designers to design a flyer with 1,000 words, pictures, and information. Keep it simple, please. Sign. So let's start. Since we're talking about supporting people, I'm going to tell y'all about one that's here. And we actually did an episode with her. So you're going to have to go back to my YouTube channel. If you're not already, subscribed, and make sure that you subscribe so that you can click the notification button and bell or whatever, so that you can, when, that you can keep up whenever we're having new episodes. Alrighty. So listen, before we go into the next topic, we're going to break really, really quick for a commercial, and then we shall be right back.
This is the golden mic, everybody.
Let's go. Sorry.
I love you, Jesus. I worship and adore you.
Ready and I'm ready. Yeah.
Come over here.
I'm here. You.
Everybody went out mic.
Calling all independent gospel and inspirational artists.
Praise Fest, Jacksonville, Florida. I'm coming home.
This is going to be an evening of healing and praise.
Nephew, if they only knew our story.
Auntie, which is why Jacksonville does not want to miss this.
Join us Friday, February 23rd, 2024
At Greater Mount Pleasant Baptist Church, Callahan, Florida.
Meet us there.
All right. Thank you for that little break. Again, just so to recap what that was, I want you guys to know that we are not, in addition to being on not Instagram yet, we're still working on that, Facebook and YouTube. We are also on Praise FM Radio, which also and Uni ETV, which actually has a Roku channel. So I want you guys to go check that out. You saw actually my sister on the first commercial who does the Golden Mic. That was at I'm trying to remember which award show it was, but yes, they're doing an award show. And also there is Praise Fest that is happening. They went to the Bahamas last year and they're going to do it again. Hey. They're going back to the Bahamas again. And they're actually going to do some touring. So we're going to hear a little bit about that, about Praise Fest having their tour. They're going to Las Vegas. They're going to LA, I believe. They're going to the Bahamas. So if you are an independent gospel or inspirational artist, go look out for them and yes, that was the Praise FM Bahamas event. That's right. So go ahead and reach out to them at Praise FM so that you can go ahead and so that you can see if you can get yourself in there. Because they're also looking for independent artists as well. That way they're also, listen, we're all about pushing people forward. We are all about pushing people forward this year. All right. So yes, the last thing that we are leaving in 2023 that I plan to leave in 2023 is thinking that I have time. And when I say thinking that I have time, I mean like thinking that I have time to work on my dreams, my goals, my purpose. People are leaving this world left and right, like dropping. And not only that, some people are leaving here mentally. People are losing their minds. And people are falling into traps and feeling like they're not able to, that they think it is too late and that they're too old and they don't have the time and this, that, and the third. I'm gonna tell you, like during the time that I was away, there were some things. I had some stuff that I was that kind of had me down a little bit, a lot of it. I'm not even gonna lie. It was a bit of a push, a struggle for a good while, to be perfectly honest. And I'm not going to tell it all right now, but what I am going to say is that God knows exactly how to get our attention. Number one, God knows how to, how can I say this? God knows, not just does he know how to get our attention, but he knows how to work things out. When I tell you, like, I've grown up in church, born and raised Church of God in Christ. One thing that I remember the older people saying years, all the time, is God will make a way out of no way. And that sounded cute to me. You know what I mean? That sounded real cute and that sounded real good. And that sounded like, oh, how nice. It's probably one of them cliches that they saying, old folks talking, and okay, that's cool. I want to say within the last couple of years and specifically within the last year and change, I have been seeing God literally do that. Like literally. One of these days, I'm going to tell the whole story. Today ain't going to be that day. But God has been, when I say making ways out of no ways and showing me like, yep, I got you, Berta. Yep, you still hear me. Yep, I'm going to take care of you. Yep, this is what we're going to do. Yep, I'm pulling you out of this for this reason. I'm sitting you down. I promise you. And the thing is that I have, for those who if you watched any of, like I said, y'all kind of have to go back to my episodes from before, back on YouTube. There have been, I have been, like, things have kept coming back to back seemingly. not just seemingly, but it would be back to back to back, and then God would give me a breather, and then something else, something else, something else, and then God would give me a breather, and then something else, and something else, something else. And I promised you, like, I honestly at some points thought I was going to crack. Real talk, real talk. But God, just knowing how much I can handle and knowing when I've had enough and knowing how to show me who He is and showing me how to trust Him more and showing me that you can literally call me for anything. I'm like, God, you ain't got to do no more convincing. At this point, just briefly, did I mention it? I think I mentioned it in an episode. Matter of fact, if you go back to the last episode that I pre-recorded last week, I mentioned it, that I said that I was going to, that I wanted to move. And I ended up doing just that. I ended up doing just that. And that was all God. When I say it was all God, I mean, like, I moved and I was able to do it in such a way that I ended up being where I needed to be. And not only that, but the rent came down for me. Like, came down for me. Because at first I wasn't going to be able to get the place, but when I spoke to the landlord, when I spoke to the landlord and I told her what I was going to be, you know, what I needed, she brought it down to what I needed. And I'm like, okay, God, I see you. I see you. I see you. So that, and then I ended up having to leave my job because, one, the commute was 2 hours, about 2 hours, one way. And that's if there was minimal traffic, which a lot of times there is not. So it was becoming a bit much. It was becoming a strain on my health overall, honestly. I was exhausted all the time. I didn't have any time to do anything that I needed to do for myself, for my kids. It was just work, go to sleep, work, come home, go to sleep, work, come home, go to sleep, and then barely get the minimum amount of sleep. And so it just started to take its toll on me physically. And then when things bother you physically, well, it's the other way around. When things are and then on top of that, I had stuff that I was concerned about and worried about as well. So when you have all of that stuff going on, and then you're doing all that driving and everything, and driving can be draining as well. As much as I enjoy it, it could really, really, drag you down. I started to notice that I'm achy here, and I'm not feeling well. Like, my immune system started to drop, and I'm like, all right, it's time. And it wasn't even in a field that I enjoyed, but I enjoyed the job because I enjoyed the people. So I ended up having to leave the office, but God being so good and giving me favor, because I thought I was actually going to go somewhere else. I thought I had something pretty much lined up. I gave them about a month's notice that I was leaving so that I could try to find somebody to get something for me, and somebody to take the spot that I was going to be leaving void. I was able to do that. I was able to bring somebody on and train them. However, the job that I thought that I was going to get didn't pull through, and I'm like, oh, okay. And then after that happening, my car completely conked out on me. And then I'm like, oh, so if I would have gotten that job, I wouldn't be able to get there anyway. And then after getting it fixed, I had other issues with the car that I was, had it to where I was not going to be able to drive it. So much, so much happening at one time, where it was obvious that God is just like, okay, this is what you're going to do. You're going to sit down. You're going to sit down. You're going to take some time, and you're going to relax, and you're going to listen. And you're going to get yourself together. You're going to clear your head, get everything out that you need to get out. You're going to stop doing your podcast. You're going to sit down. And that's, I promise you, that's what these past good amount of months have been. A lot of sitting and releasing and learning and, hearing and knowing, going over finding, and here, like I said, in finding Roberta, learning to love Roberta, learning to understand more of Roberta, learning to like allow Roberta to be me, and allowing Roberta to go through the stuff and understand the things that I have had to deal with, and understand what it is that because it's a lot. It's a lot, especially when one thing that I've mentioned, and a prayer that I prayed, and I have notes. We're gonna get there. One thing that I remember praying to God when I was at a very, very low point is, God, I am going through all of this raw, no chaser. I'm not medicating. I'm not doing anything to try to cope. You know what I mean? I'm not doing anything outside, of your will. Every so often, like, and what I started to do then, and I ended up kind of backtracking sometimes, as you can see the chunk in my face. My thing is, whenever my coping thing a lot of times would be food. That would be the thing that I would go to a lot. I would be an emotional eater. And I'm still battling that, if I'm being honest. So then at that point, I made it my purpose, because I was conscious then that, all right, what I'm going through now, what I'm dealing with now, let me not try to, I'm not going to drink it away. I'm not going to smoke it away. I'm not going to, try to lay up under anybody to sex it away. I'm not going to try to eat it away. I'm not going to try to do anything unhealthy. And that was my goal. My goal was to continue to go through, because I'm like, all right, God, if I do this the right way, if I do this your way, I know I'm going to have to come out of here one way or another. It's going to have to get better. It's going to have to get better, because I know what your word says. And it's not that I don't trust you. I trust you. And it's not that I don't trust that you're able, because I know that you're able. I have no doubt about God's capability to do what he does. None. It's just a matter of, all right, Lord, when? How much longer do I have to do this? How much longer? When do I come out of this? Have I not learned my lesson yet? If not, tell me, what is it that I need to learn? What else? Show me, please, so that I can figure this out. So I went through that with God, and I was telling him, I was being completely honest and vulnerable with him, and telling him, look, I'm doing all of this, and I'm at the breaking point. I'm at the brink of bugging. I'm at the point where it's about to be, hey, Sharice, I'm at the point where I'm about to lose it. And when I say lose it, I mean like lose it all. God, it ain't you. It's not your fault. If I decide that I'm going to go berserk, and I'm going to go talk, and I'm going to go crazy, and I'm just going to just say, forget it, screw it. I'm just going to go nuts and release and get everything, all of the frustration out in however unhealthy way possible. It's not you. It is not you, God. It's not because you did anything. It's not because you didn't do anything. It's because I feel like I can't take anymore. I feel like I need to release. And if you do not, please help me here. Give me some kind of light at the end of the tunnel. Give me some kind of solace and some peace of mind, and like, I got you. And okay, it's something. I'm a bug out. It's gonna happen, and I feel it. So I promise you, not much longer after that. First of all, going to sleep that night, it was tough, but then I started to see solutions happening. I started to see God's strength come in. Like, honestly. So for those who are wondering, and those who may even be dealing with things even now, even, yes, I know that we're in a new year, and we're talking about, oh, it's a new year, it's a new me, I'm doing this, that, new, da, 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 no. Please understand, and I think I said this the same time last year, with the new, you have to release some of the old stuff. You have to make room for the new. Because if you have a bunch of old things, cluttered, like, for example, if you have a closet full of old stuff, right? You have a closet full of old clothes, stuff that you can't wear anymore, stuff that's, worn down. You can't fit it anymore. It's worn out. If you don't get rid of all of that stuff, you ain't got room to put the new stuff. You know what I mean? So I didn't mean to go into all of that. I promise I didn't. I did it. So yeah, we're thinking that we have time this year, and I've made it a declaration. I'm going to do something every day to work on my goals and my dreams and things that God has placed me on this earth for. That's what this year that I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna leave that, that old thinking of I got time to do this, I got time to do that. Because we don't know how much time we have and we can't take advantage. You know what? I saw something that really, really struck me. Somebody said, or I saw a post that said procrastination is like telling God, I have time to do what you told me to do. And that's so disrespectful. I don't think that's what it said verbatim, but it was something else that just hit me like, oh shoot. Okay. My bad. So we can't continue to think that we have time because we don't know. And on top of that, I know y'all have heard it, and I know that we've heard it since we were younger, but like, as we look around, like, if I wasn't convinced that Jesus is on his way back now, like, real talk, all of these things that are happening now and seeing how just the world itself has just gone nuts. Now is the time to buckle down and do what it is that he placed you up on here to do, because we're not going to have a lot of time. We don't have a lot of time. We absolutely do not have a lot of time. So with that being said, we're going to get into what it is that we're going to be looking forward to in this season of Speaking Plain English. So one thing that we're going to do, we're going to have more meaningful conversations. We're going to talk about some things that not a lot of people, and that's always been the goal of this show, to talk about some things that not a lot of people really want to get into. Because not just because I like to be controversial, but because I like solutions. I like to put it as uncomfortable as it can be. Some things just need to be discussed. Some things just need to be put out there. How do we deal with this? Like this big old heavy, I like to call a pink elephant with stripes, whatever. Boom, it's here. What do we do about this? What do we do about this? This is a problem. This is something that we need to talk about. What do we do about this? How do we fix this? So we're going to look into getting, things like that. And I'm going to warn you now. There are going to be some things that are going to be very, very controversial. There are going to be some things that some people may not understand. There may be some things on here where people may not even agree on. When I say agree, I mean, yeah, some of you may not agree. Some of you may look at the topic itself and automatically like, no, and have a brick wall. What I'm going to do, because this is how I'm going to do things. My prayer is that everything that every guest, every topic that is discussed, every word that comes out of my mouth and everybody else's mouth that enters this platform is God-led, Christ-led. And the reason why I want that is because I want to give people truth. I want to give people another way of thinking. And when I say another way of thinking, I mean, I want you to consider that what you think and what you thought and what you may have even been taught growing up may not be it. Let's be honest. Exactly, Ma. Hard things help us grow if we're willing to face it and learn from them. Yeah. Yup, great changes are in store. So, listen, that's another podcast that I want y'all to hit up, or a show that I want y'all to hit up. Solid Saturdays with Sharice on every Saturday morning at 8 a.m. So y'all can catch her and then come see me. Like, take your break and get your breakfast and all that stuff on, and then come see me. But honestly, I'm just gonna leave it there. So I'm just gonna leave it there because I'm gonna tell y'all something. There are some things that I have been looking into, and there have been some things that have been making me think. And I'm like, hold on. But they used to say this when we were younger, but how was that? And this used to be the way that it was when I was under. But I don't think that that makes, and especially once you start to know God for yourself, when you start to know Christ for yourself, you think about certain things and it's like, that doesn't even sound right. That don't even sound like him. That don't even make sense to me. So what we do is we ask God for clarity and ask God to show us, exactly what's really what things are truth and what things are tradition, and what things were placed or said because people don't understand. And like I said, I'm being very, very careful and making sure that a lot of these things that I'm going to discuss, a lot of those things I'm going to discuss, and a lot of the things that I'm going to, as far as those type of topics go, I'm going to have professionals. I'm going to have people who, I'm going to have experts. I'm not going to just give y'all opinion. I'm going to give y'all facts. I'm going to give y'all those who, if I can't give you the facts on it, I'm going to have somebody here before we discuss it. I'm going to have somebody here to break it down, because what I do not want to do is to lead anybody astray. And I don't want to turn people off because of things that are actually false. If you're turned off, you're going to be turned off because you don't want to hear and accept the truth. And I'm cool with that. I'm okay with that. If I hurt your feelings because you don't like what I said, because what I said offends you and you don't want to change and you don't want to, look at yourself, and then, hey, that's cool. I'm good with that. What I'm not good with is bringing y'all something that's not true, that I don't know, that I don't see to be true or know to be true. Where I'm not going to say everything is not going to be. I'm going to do, like I said, everything that I'm going to do from on here is going to be God led. All right. So that's that. That's what we're going to be looking for. We're going to also be looking forward to new guests that are promoting, their music, their books, or their business. Like I mentioned earlier, if there's anybody here who is a business owner or an artist, or an artist, an author, or an artist, an author, or a business owner, come hit me up. Come hit me up. Let's chat. If we can't get you on the show, then maybe we can do an ad for you. By the way, I have an announcement to make. So speaking of ads and things like that, so what I'm going to start doing is I'm going to start like the ad that you just saw, not the ad, but the introduction that you saw. Me and my daughter actually created that. And when I say created that, the track itself, so the music is my very first, oh my goodness, it's my very first publicized track. I created that, and matter of fact, it was me, my son, and my daughter. We all put that together in the very beginning. Y'all hear it again at the end. But so that's something else that I've been working on some, diddle and dabbling in some music too. So the music that you heard, that's me. That's me. Me, Liberty, and Jeremiah. And I am so proud. I'm going to tell you what I did. In creating it, I intentionally said that I want the two of them to get on here because, first of all, they can. They're artists within, their creatives within their own rights within themselves. So after I finished, or what I thought I was finished, when I finished creating, putting the track down, laying everything down, after I finished, I said, I want to make sure that these two are going to be able to get some royalty points as well. So I told them, listen to it, add what you want to add. And they did. Liberty added a piece, Jeremiah added a piece. So they each, because they were part of the the composition and the creating process. Anytime it's fun, I have to still do the copywriting and everything. But if anybody tries it, I said it already. It's mine. It's ours. Don't even try it. It's going to be copywritten very soon. But anytime there's spins, we all get points. And so I want to start them early because these kids, These kids are doing their thing. These kids are doing their thing. Thank you, y'all. Thank you. Thank you. And oh my goodness. So yes, that also we're going to have a new game that I'm going to start called You Remind Me. And the way that that's going to go is I'm going to give like a random I'm going to give a random word or an event or an idea or something like that, and our guest is going to pretty much they're going to tell me what's the first song, I'll put it like that event goes to. Like, for example, if I say, let's play real quick. Matter of fact, let's take a real quick break. No, I'm going to give you the word, and as we do the commercial, I want y'all to tell me in the comments what song this reminds you of. Okay. If I'm not seeing your comments, I think I'm having issues seeing some comments. So if I'm not seeing your comments, it's not on purpose. I'm sorry, but for some reason or another, it's not allowing me. But I'll come back and check them later. So, for example, the word is, I'll make it easy. The word is Christmas. Just that easy. All right. Tell me what song is the first thing that comes to mind in the comments. We'll be back in just a few.
Let me hear you say praise press. Let me hear you say. Let me hear you say praise press. Let me hear you say. Let me hear you say praise press. My time. I'm so glad you heard praise press in the Bahamas this time. Now I could sing, I know the Holy Spirit will get the shine, Lord. I'm so glad to be here tonight. No matter what they say, I'm still serving Christ. So when me say, let me hear you say. Let me hear you say. Oh, your sound sweet, say.
All right. So for those of you who saw that was actually part of Praise Fest from last year, and that was in the Bahamas. Listen. Again, like we mentioned before, if you are an independent gospel or inspirational artist, Praise Fest is looking for you. Praise Fest is looking for you. Praise FM is looking for you. Not only just to get you on maybe one of the episodes of a show, but to get your music out there and to get you as a part, to minister as part on the tour. So hit us up. If you want to, if you're an artist that wants to, go have the opportunity to do that, to go on tour to the Bahamas and LA and Vegas, and y'all, they're going to be touring next year. Okay. So that's that. So we're going to, all right. So like I said, the new game that we're going to have is You Remind Me. So like I said, the word that I gave y'all is Christmas. So when you, that was easy. It's going to be a lot more tougher. It's going to be a lot tougher later. But for this one, okay, so Cherie says that her word, her song is This Christmas, Yes, by Donny Hath. And come all you faithful. And the music from the Charlie Brown Christmas. So my first thought, and I'm going to be straight up honest, y'all think I'm biased, but I'm not. The first song that comes to mind when I think of Christmas is my brother's song. My brother Jamel Johnson. His it's called My Christmas My Christmas Song. I feel like, yeah, My Christmas Song, and I play it year round. I can't even lie. It's such a groove. It is such a groove. I promise you. So all of these different things that reminds me of Christmas. So we're gonna have a little bit more, make it a little more complicated later. So just so y'all kind of have an idea of what it's gonna be. All right. So also we're going to start doing birthday shout outs that but I'm going to call them Because I'm Me. And y'all know who know me. we're not going to call them birthday shout outs. We're going to call them Earth Entry Anniversary shout outs because that's what I say. And while we are on that topic, if there's anybody who you know that has had a birthday within this past week from when did this week start? Sunday. So from the 31st of December up until today, January 6th, I want you to put them in the comments. And my big sister, my oldest sister, Tasha Swindell, her Earth Entry anniversary was yesterday. So happy Earth Entry anniversary to you, big sister. I call my sister sisters. So that's one. And then today, my son Jeremiah's birthday is 8 years old. So he's here. He has his birthday today, his Earth Entry anniversary. So happy Earth Entry anniversary to him. Yep, my sister Tasha. We got Tasha. All right. Anybody else? Go happy birthday to them. AJ Corley, happy Earth Entry anniversary to you. Happy Earth Entry anniversary to you. Who else? Jerry? Oh, you're talking about Jeremiah, my Jeremiah. I keep forgetting y'all call him Jerry. I'm like, Jerry's birthday's today too? But yes, happy Earth Entry anniversary to all of our first week January birthdays. Yes! So we can't do that one yet. Because that's next week. We're going to do that tomorrow. So yes, happy Earth. Listen, I like y'all. I like to hear it. Y'all shout them out. So we're going to starting tomorrow from tomorrow's Earth Entry anniversaries to next Saturday. That's when we'll do those. The birthday boys have asking me to do stuff while I'm trying to talk to y'all. So yes. So from Sunday to Saturday, we're going to do it that week. So yeah, I didn't forget. All right. So that's what we're going to do. And if you would like them to have their Earth Entry anniversary posted, because I'm actually going to create something as far as a track and a song for them too. If you want your ad, if you want an ad, or if you want a birthday shout out, it doesn't have to necessarily just be a birthday shout out. Shout outs for anything. If you want to shout out somebody for starting a new business, if you want to shout out somebody for their anniversary, if you want to shout out an engagement, if you want to plan an engagement, we can do that. So any type of shout out that you want, you know what I mean? We can do that. We can make that happen. Okay. You can hit me up, and I would like to have them, like, if you want them to be posted, like if you want to shout them out here, just to have it here, then that's one thing. We can do that. Like, yes, James and Christina's anniversary. Yes, my sister and my brother, James and Christina, their anniversary was yesterday. Yes, right on Tasha's birthday. So happy anniversary to them. So those shout outs, like if you want them posted on here, because we'll do something extra. We'll do something extra for them. That we will, and if there's anything announced, hit me up, and then we'll get that together. All right, that way it can be on the show. Also, I think that might be everything. Is that everything? No, there is one more thing that I wanted to. So as far as suggest ideas and topics and things that I want you guys to let me know some things that y'all want to talk about, because there may be some things that I haven't thought of yet. I have a list of what I want to talk about, but I want to again, I want to tackle on some different topics when it comes to a lot of things, and I could run off a list right quick, but I'm not going to do that because I want to keep y'all on your toes, per se. All right. So I think we are pretty much done here, guys. I thank y'all so much for joining me on my first episode back of Speaking Plain English. You guys, I promise you, just keep me in prayer, and I'm looking forward to all that is going to happen. Next week we have a guest. I'm not even going to get into what we're going to discuss with her. But I will say this. Y'all are going to want to be here, especially if you're a mom, especially if you're a mother. You're going to want to be here. Okay? All right. I love you guys. Thank you so much for all of you for showing up. Oh, with the hand claps and everything. Yes, yes, yes. Thank y'all so much. Thank y'all so much. And this outro, these ending credits, this was all Liberty. The music, like I said, is the same. The music was us, but the outro, the ending credits, she did it herself. So, like I said, y'all have a good one. Until next time.